The next set of stories come under the theme, the Mile High Club membership. The first story is entitled, My Turn. It was a holiday weekend red-eye from Fort Lauderdale to Las Vegas, already a long haul, made longer by strong headwinds that pushed our block time nearly 6 hours. The one small victory, we departed on time. Service, however, was anything but smooth. It felt non-stop from the moment we leveled off. At one point, we had to pause drink orders entirely because one passenger had decided to buy runs for half the plane, and no one was saying no. Eventually, I made my way back to my jump seat, hoping to unwind with my horror novel on my Kindle. Up front, the lead flight attendant was busy trying to convince a gentleman in row 2 to eat something salty and drink water. He had clearly overindulged. Her partner was in the galley, organizing with that very particular, almost obsessive precision we all recognize. Meanwhile, my fellow flight attendant in the back had unofficially taken on the role of lavatory monitor. I grabbed a trash bag and started my routine walkthrough. Around row 25 on the right side, I noticed a young woman by the window making out with the man seated next to her. I remembered him. He was traveling with a group of 4 other guys. During service, he had been steadily buying her drinks. I clocked it, but didn't think too much of it at the time. She was an adult. I continued forward and looped back. This time, in row 25, she was kissing the man in the aisle seat. I paused. Did I mix up who I saw earlier? Maybe I had. I shrugged it off for the moment. After checking in with the crew, I mentioned that we might want to keep an eye on that row. Something didn't feel quite right. We began a second service, but once again, drink orders started getting excessive, so we made the call to cut off alcohol for the entire cabin. As we pushed the cart back, I glanced over, and now the same young woman was making out with one of the guys from the group seated in row 24. That's when I knew it was time to step in. I headed to the front to consult with the crew on how best to handle the situation. As we were talking, the young woman appeared, stumbling down the aisle towards us. We asked if she was okay. Her response was slurred, and she disappeared into the lavatory. The 3 of us exchanged a look. No words needed. We were on the same page. When she came out, we guided her to an empty seat in the front of the aircraft and stayed with her for the remainder of the flight. We gave her water and some salty snacks, helping her recover from the alcohol that had clearly been pushed on her throughout the flight. At one point, I walked back toward my jump seat and noticed that yet another member of the group had moved into row 25, almost like they were taking turns. That confirmed everything we had been thinking. About an hour later, the group finally realized she hadn't returned. One of them stopped me and asked if I'd seen her. I told him she was resting up front and made it clear he should not disturb her. He didn't like that. They muttered that I was a cock blocker. I looked at them and asked, do any of you have sisters? Would you be okay with a group of guys treating her like this? I didn't wait for a response. I walked away. After that, the energy in the cabin shifted. The excitement of a Friday night in Vegas faded, and eventually the entire plane fell asleep. When we landed, the young woman stayed seated until everyone, including that group, had deplaned. She thanked us for looking out for her and admitted she had felt pressured and out of control back there. We asked if someone was meeting her. She said yes, a friend. To be safe, we walked with her to the transportation center and stayed until her friend arrived. When she finally saw her ride, a female friend in a Jeep, she hugged us, thanked us again, and disappeared into the Vegas night. It was an all-female crew that evening, and without saying it outright, we all felt the same thing.
What?
We had to look out for each other.